Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and welcome back to another episode of How to VGC17. With Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon coming up, I want to get back into the VGC scene. I want to get back onto like the metagame of playing like double battles and things like that. Now, pretty much this series is a learning series where we can kind of learn the game together. So I learn how to play, you guys might learn how to play. You know, if I make a mistake, you see something, you might want to point it out to me. If you have a question, you know, also drop that down in the comments below, because that does help me learn. It helps, you know, even if it's something that I might not even be thinking of. Definitely just drop your thoughts, because any knowledge that I can get, you know, definitely helps out. And of course, there's other people that do read comments and things like that, so if, you know, if they have any questions, they read through them, they might learn something as well, so that, you know, that kind of thing all definitely helps. Now, we do have this team here. I did bring it in the last episode. Pretty much we have like a Tapu Bulu with leftovers, substitute like Woodhammer, Leech Seed. We have a specially defensive Arcanine with like Helping Hand, Flamethrower, Roar, and Protect, I believe. We have Muck, which is a Gluttony set. It has like the Figgy Berry, I believe. Milotic is competitive, physically defensive. We have a Fly EMZ Dragonite and a Unburden balloon thingy. So we're just going to go into this battle, or at least we're going to go look for a battle. And we're going to see how we do. Maybe we can learn ourselves a thing or two. We did get 2 losses in the last episode, so things were unfortunate, but they were some really good battles, I'm not going to lie. If I can make some adjustments to this team, I think we could do really well. This man has the power. This man has a Relicanth. I've never seen Relicanth in my life in VGC, so this is going to be pretty fun. He has Rain, like a Rain element. I think that thing might get Swift Swim. I'm assuming that's the reason why he's pairing those things together. This team is pretty tricky because that Vanillix is actually kind of terrifying. With that being said, I think I'm going to lead Muck, because I think Muck has a pretty good lead here. Arcanine, dang, this guy's team actually is pretty decent against mine. I'm not lying. Not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to bring Tapu Bulu for that nice terrain control. And we're going to see how well we do here. Now, I'm considering switching off Woodhammer and Hornleech, you know, because if I'm running like a more of like a sub set with like Leech Seed, maybe the extra recovery from Hornleech might be better. I'm not really too sure. So we're going to have to just kind of see how it goes. So now I actually think we have a pretty decent lead matchup here. A pretty decent lead matchup, because I can click Flamethrower to either of these slots and be okay. I think what I want to do is go for a knockoff on the Vanillix, and then go for a Flamethrower on the Togedemaru. Now I think I'm gonna get fake outed here on the on my Arcanine. I think that probably is the most likely thing. Weather Ball. Okay. That's actually pretty interesting. That's going to do a good chunk to me. The Electric Seed. Okay, so it's not Scarfed. And that Figgy Bear is going to help out, and it's going to bring me pretty much back up to full. And he has leftovers on that Togedemaru, so maybe he has the spike things. What's that thing called? I don't remember that. Spiky Shield? I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna go for the Poison Jab onto the Vanillix here, I think. And then I'm gonna go for the Flamethrower on the Togedemaru. Goes for the Zing Zap. He is intimidated, so it is at -1. Still does a pretty decent chunk to me, not gonna lie. And that Togedemaru should not go down. It has that fake sturdy. And Weather Ball is going to do a big chunk to me. now I see why he has Weather Ball on it, because he does have that Pelipper with the rain element. But now that this thing is gone, it kind of lets my Tapu Bulu feel a little bit safer. It does make it feel a little bit safer. I feel like my chair just needs to be like readjusted. So there's the Dragonite. And it's a shiny Dragonite, that is. Pretty interesting. So, alright, so it's a shiny Tapu Koko as well, so you know it has to be, timid, excuse me. And I kind of want to protect on both of my Mons, because I feel like a Z move is pretty probable, and I'm going to just keep that in mind while I double protect. Now, if you see Dragon Dance here, I will cry. That's the game. Why do I do that? Alright, maybe I still have a chance. I think what I could do is I can, maybe Z Shadows, not Z Shadow Sneak. Maybe I can like Helping Hand Shadow Sneak, for the most damage. I mean, I still have my Milotic, which has the Ice Beam, so I'm not out of the woods completely. I think what I could do here is if I focus on that Tapu Koko, my Milotic can still kind of help out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Poison Jab here, the Tapu Koko, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Flamethrower. Do I want to do that? I'm going to switch out to Tapu Bulu, I think. Because Tapu Bulu, it does, because his Tapu Koko is pretty fast. And if I switch out of my Tapu Bulu, it'll at least get rid of that electric terrain. So, and if he's gonna go for, like, Protect and then Earthquake, we should be, at least taking a little bit, you know. So, let's see. So, we go for the second Dragon Dance. A dragon, like, a thing at +2 is terrifying. So the good thing is that I have about all my Mons versus his Dragonite. So I kind of just have to go for the big damage here. Now, he could try, like, I mean, he might think that, you know, Tapu Bulu does normally get, you know, like, pretty much walled unless I have, like, Rock Slide or Stone Edge. So I could try clicking Sub, because I don't really have anything that would hit him for too much damage either way. So I think I might try clicking Sub on him, predicting him to try to hit my Muck. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go for the Poison Jab. And then I'm going to go for the Sub. There's the Z move. What do you got for me? The Z Fly, most likely, right? Was that what that is? Maybe not. What is that? No, this is Z-Fly. Or the Z-Hurricane. No, probably Z-Fly, because he's setting up Dragon Dances. Why on the Tapu Bulu, though? Why on the Tapu Bulu? A regular... Any other move would probably have been okay. But I'm going to go for the Poison Jab and do good damage to this thing. Going to do pretty good damage to that thing. And you can't really click Fly on anything else either, so I'm going to go to my Milotic here. If he has like Thunder Punch or something like that, we'll be fine. We have the Wakam Berry. And I can click Ice Beam. So I'm going to just go for the Shadow Sneak, I think, here. And then I'm going to click Ice Beam. And hopefully this is a good game. Hopefully. Goes for Earthquake. We are in the grassy terrain, so we should be able to eat that up with the Milotic just fine. I knew I was going to kill Muck. Muck was at a pretty low amount of health, but the Ice Beam should be enough to knock out this Dragonite. So we have finally gotten a win with this team on the 3DS. I've played this team on Showdown for about, like, 15 minutes or so before importing it into my game. And we did win, like, 3 games with it. So it was pretty decent. Like, we won 3 out of 4, I believe it was, on Showdown. So I was like, okay, this team is doing alright. We can bring it, So right now we lost 2 games in a row. Now we finally won 1. So that's pretty good. And we are going to try to find ourselves another battle. And then maybe we'll call it a day. We are going to continue battling. Oh, there's my phone. I lost that earlier. Oh, I just dropped it. So we're not even gonna do anything with that. Usually it takes like pretty, like a good amount of time to find a battle. So, hopefully it doesn't take too long. Otherwise, we might have to do. Okay, never mind. As I say, we don't have to do any kind of editing on this one. Oh, yeah. I like Dragonite in this matchup. Tapu Bulu is looking meh. Tapu Bulu is looking pretty meh. Milotic is looking decent, but he does have 2 things that really threaten Milotic. Like, it's weird. It's like I feel like I have to bring Milotic to help me beat that Arcanine. I think he definitely tries to bring Arcanine here because he would need it to stop things like Muck, I think, right? I think Muck has a pretty decent matchup here. So I definitely want to bring that. Dragonite looks pretty solid as well. I think I'm going to lead Arcanine and Dragonite. Bring the Milotic and Muck. I think that's what I want to do. It doesn't matter because I already did it. I'm so basic. I need to really look up how to change and customize my character. Although maybe it's too late. It's too late probably. I mean, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's coming out. Probably too late at this point, right? I would think so. It's Pokemon Trainer Melrose. Togedemaru Arcanine. So the Arcanine we do see. And I believe I led with my lot. I did not lead with my lot. I kind of wish that I did. So we are being intimidated here. I think what I want to do is kind of just switch out into my Milotic. Actually, Muck might not be such a bad play. I'm gonna go for the Flamethrower here on the Togedemaru. It's pretty obvious, but I think that's a pretty decent play. I'm gonna switch out to Muck. I'm gonna switch out to Muck here. So his Arcanine's going to switch out, and it's gonna bring in that Snorlax. So we have this thing here, and we can knock off a So he's going to take a Flamethrower here. That's nice. And I can actually roar out the Snorlax if it wants to start setting up. So he has the Focus Sash. And I can Shadow Sneak him. Not sure if I will do that. I think I might. I'm going to switch out, I think, into my Dragonite. On that one, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Shadow Sneak. He might switch back out into the his Arcanine, but we'll see. I don't think he does. Not, at least not on the Togedemaru. If I would have predicted, like, I should have predicted that and gone out into Milotic. Because a Milotic at +2 would have been kind of nice. But so far, our positioning isn't terrible. Like, we have, like, we're doing okay. I have Fire Punch on this thing, and I have my multi-scale out. So I think I'm going to just go for the Fire Punch on the Kartana. And I think I'm going to just protect. He has no reason to Leaf Blade on either of these. I think I'm just going to go right back out into Arcanine. I want to save my Z-Fly for that Snorlax. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I think that's the grass one. I do resist it on both of the Mons, but I'm not physically defensive on my, on my Arcanine. So that does a lot of damage. I am gonna get my Citrus Berry, though. I'm gonna get the Citrus Berry, so, I mean, I'm, you know, a decent amount of health. And we do get the Fire Punch off, and I don't think it's going to knock it out. It doesn't. While it is 4 times super effective, it is, I'm intimidated, so that's a pretty decent explanation for that one, I think. I am at -1 on here, so I don't want to go for a Z move exactly. I think Milotic or Muck coming in is not such a bad idea. I think Milotic is not that bad. And he can't really stay in with the Kartana. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower on it. I don't think he goes for Grass Move into me. He goes for the Smart Strike. And we do resist. And Flamethrower is going to knock out that Kartana. Man, these games are so intense. Oh my god, this is so like mind-boggling, and how like because there's two spots and you have to like try to position yourself in like such a weird way. Like it's so difficult, so difficult. Alright, so here comes the Snorlax. I think I'm just going to click... I can't even click Roar anymore. That's not good. Good thing is that I can't... I can kind of just go for the Smart Strike, I think. Not the Smart Strike, the Supersonic Sky Strike on him, and do that kind of thing. So, what I could do is I can pretty much just... like he's shown that he's more of like a... support variant, so I think he doesn't have the Wild Charge, and I can't be so I think I should be okay going for the Supersonic Sky Strike against him, but I want to pop his berry first. That's a crit, so he's pretty bulky, that thing. That's probably Spadef. That's probably Spadef, honestly. And there's the curse. I think I'm gonna try doubling up into him. Into that Snorlax. I'm going to go for the Scald and the Supersonic Sky Strike. He's at +1, so the combination of this should not knock him out. But he does protect his Arcanine, so that's kind of cool. That is kind of neat. I'm pretty happy about that. Supersonic Sky Strike should not knock this thing out because it's at +1 defense. It's pretty bulky. It'll probably pop the berry, and then Scald will probably, that does nothing. That does nothing. What? How am I going to take this thing down? How am I going to take this thing down? I think I should focus on getting rid of that Arcanine, and then just try to, break through that Snorlax. So let's Scald the Arcanine, and then I will go for a Dragon Claw on the Snorlax. Maybe get a crit, something like that. Alright, he's going for an offensive move this time. That's not a crit. Scald should knock out this Arcanine. Hopefully it does not. He goes for return. I am pretty physically defensive, so I should live 1. I'm going to protect here. And I will go for a Dragon Claw on the Arcanine. Because I want to get rid of the... one side, and then I could just double up into him. And I could potentially break through with crits. A bird and like some... Okay. So he has his berry back. But I can kind of, like, I have all of my Mons. But this is gonna be a tough one to break through, if I'm being honest. I could just scout to see if he has, like, Protect. Because if he has Protect, he'll probably do it, but I don't think he has Protect. Fly is my strongest move, so that's what I'll be going for here. He just goes for more curses. Hopefully I can just break through with some crits. If I can break through with some crits, that'd be nice. I'm gonna go for the Scald. Maybe fetch a burn or something like that. So that's not a crit, and we do Scald here. Maybe we can get a burn on this one. Don't, but we do pop the berry. This is looking like it's going to be very difficult. This is looking like it's going to be pretty difficult. I'm going to go on to Muck here. I'm going to click Poison Jab. This Snorlax is going to just be a huge problem. The second I saw how little the Supersonic Sky Strike did, I just knew that it was just not going to happen. But maybe a Poison would help. That's probably going to just knock me out clean. Darn, man, that's tough. But you know, you live and you learn. Snorlax, I think the only way I probably would have been able to beat it is if I brought the Tapu Bulu, because Tapu Bulu with grassy the grassy terrain it would probably have helped. I'm gonna go for the Helping Hand on the Dragonite. just gonna go for the fly. If we can get a crit here, that'd be super nice. We're pretty bulky in that respect. I think what I do is I just go for a protect here. I go for a roost. This is, I feel like I'm kind of dragging this out, but at the same time, we could always crit. And we could always call out his attacks, and win that way. Like, cause he can only, Alright, so he goes for the recycle there. See, I think that's where I lose. I'm gonna go for the helping hand and a dragon claw. It's the only way, I think. If I crit this, then I probably win. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So that is going to be a good game, I believe. It's just, I don't see this happening. He's going to go for a return here, and it's going to knock out my Arcanine, and it's over. So, that will be the game for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace.